Everyone, my name is Lisa Espinosa and I am the author of the new book called Answering Your Inner Calling. I am also a life coach and public speaker, and my focus, the focus of my work, is to help women and also, help the men that are ready to follow their soul's guidance to the next phase of their life's work, their next evolution of work. And so when I work with people, I don't, it's not career advice. It's not about updating the resume or polishing job skills, although that certainly might be part of what your soul guides you to do. What I teach my clients and my students to do, the focus of my book is how to follow your soul's guidance to this next chapter in your work. And the idea being that your soul knows what your life's purpose is. Your soul knows why you came here, what your mission, what your unique mission is. And only by following your soul will you be led to that next phase. And in a few weeks, if you've been following me, you know that in a few weeks I will be starting my new program. It's a 10-week online coaching program for women who are ready, who are feeling the longing and the calling to step into the next chapter, the next evolution of their life's work. And leading up to the class, I'm excited. I'm sharing just these little teachings, little tidbits of some of the principles in my book. In the online program, we will be going on in a lot more depth. So this week, I've been sharing from the first chapter, from chapter 1, some foundational things. And these are important. These kind of set the stage. And today will be the last of the first chapter. We will start talking about the practices tomorrow. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. But today I want to talk about soul qualities. And our soul, of course, is vast, is infinite. It's connected to the divine. We really can't put it in a box, right? Our soul is expansive. But there are some qualities that our soul have that are really helpful to us on this journey of going into the next phase of our work. And there's 3 qualities that I talk about in my book. One is compassion, the second is creativity, and the third is receptivity. Now, creativity I kind of talked about yesterday in yesterday's video, so you can look at that. Now, today I want to focus on compassion and receptivity. And compassion, the aspect of compassion that I want to talk about is self-compassion. And so our soul is infinitely compassionate towards us. It doesn't judge us. It's not impatient of us. It doesn't look at us as defective. The only thing that our soul is trying to do is to help us be ourselves, be our authentic self. So, again, we'll go into a lot more depth in the program, but I want to say today that anytime you feel self-judgment, anytime you criticize yourself or put yourself down or wish you were different or wish you were better or wish you could fix yourself, those are all coming from parts of you. That is not a message from your soul. Your soul sees your perfection, sees your wholeness, sees your light. So what I talk about in my book is use these soul qualities as a barometer to kind of tell when you're getting closer to your soul and when you're moving farther away. Of course, as I said in the first teaching, we never really move closer or farther to our soul. Our soul's always with us, but our awareness of our soul definitely shifts. So self-compassion, when you're feeling that self-judgment, my teaching to you is right then stop and notice and tell yourself, okay, if I am judging myself, this is coming from a part. This isn't my soul. And then you can stop and very simply, as we've been doing in each of these recordings, as I've been leading you, you can bring your hands to your heart. And, I like closing my eyes when I do this. And just ask your soul, just say, soul, I am judging myself. I am criticizing myself. Or maybe you're even just sick of yourself or whatever it is. And ask your soul to please bathe me with your compassion. I don't like myself right now. Or maybe you even feel like you hate yourself. But soul, I know that you love me unconditionally. I know that all you have for me is infinite compassion. And I'm willing to receive that now. And then just let yourself receive it. And I want to be honest, there are times when you might just feel so down that it might feel like I'm not receiving anything. And that's okay. That's okay. Just trust because your soul always answers. And this leads to the next soul quality, which is receptivity. And receptivity is your ability to receive. And it's very easy to dismiss this soul quality because it can seem selfish or not as important as other qualities. But without being a good receiver, you cannot receive from your soul. You can't receive compassion. You can't receive the wisdom and the guidance. You can't receive the abundance. So receptivity is absolutely essential. And when I started this work as a life coach, and I also do Reiki, one of my first insights, one of the first things I realized was, wow, people have a really hard time receiving, especially those of us who are called to serve, who are givers, who love the world, who want to uplift it. We are so focused on giving, that we often have neglected our ability to receive. It's like a muscle, we need to practice it. So, when I put my hands here and I say, close your eyes, breathe into your heart, receive from your soul. Notice, receive from your soul. We need to be able to receive, and sometimes it's just receiving healing energy. So I want to leave you with that, self-compassion and receptivity. And how do you practice receptivity? Well, first notice, first recognize, first set the intention like, oh my gosh, I need to receive. I want to be a better receiver for you, God, for you, Spirit, for you, my beautiful soul. So that's the first step. And then, simple things. I always give my clients the homework of, letting themselves receive compliments, which sounds like a silly thing, but it's actually so profound. I mean, notice, when you receive compliments. In fact, I'm going to give you that as a little challenge. And I'm sure the angels and the universe is going to start sending you lots of compliments so you can practice. Every time somebody gives you a compliment, just gracefully smile and say thank you. Don't dismiss it. Don't be like, oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's so simple. Or ignore it. Like I know some people that I will compliment and they will say nothing. They'll just change the topic, change the subject. So that's my homework to you. Really, every time you receive a compliment, even if you have to fake it, even if inside you feel so uncomfortable and you feel awkward, just smile and say thank you. So we're going to end today, really with, again, we're going to practice both. We're going to practice self-compassion and receptivity right now. So again, it's very powerful when we do this together. So let's bring our hands over our heart. And let's close our eyes, remembering that your soul is always with you. And you're going to ask your soul right now, silently, ask your soul to bathe you with that energy of compassion. And you're going to practice receiving. You are going to tell yourself, I am now going to receive this compassion from my soul. And just let yourself receive. And sometimes we have to pretend. So if you're having a hard time, just imagine that you were a really good receiver. Imagine that this was easy for you. And just let yourself receive this compassion. Just breathe it in. And then let's bring our hands to prayer pose as we bow to each other's heart and our own heart. And we end with a namaste. And, I just want to end again with just inviting you, if you are feeling the longing to this next evolution of your life's work. If you are feeling that calling, that is coming from your soul, that is coming from spirit. And as soon as you make the commitment, as soon as you say yes, the universe is going to realign itself and is going to provide all of the resources you need. Yes, there will be leaps of faith you have to take. That's part of the journey. But trust, have the courage to listen. And perhaps one of the things that your soul is guiding you to do is to join me in this program. So, feel free to email me directly or go to my website, to the events page, and read all the details. And I will be happy to answer any questions. Blessings and love, everyone. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.